Thrown into existence without warning, the first player knew only one thing to do: run. In a place of darkness, survival was their only instinct. But then it spots something, a spark of creation, buried within the chaos. A command block, capable of giving it the power to create an entire world full of land, light, and life. So it pulled the lever, and what seemed like a simple action would shape everything to come.
Where am I?
The player came into this world, overwhelmed by confusion, yet driven by curiosity. He paused to take in his surroundings before venturing forth to explore its endless possibilities, unaware of the challenges and wonders that awaited him in this untamed land. With a single leap, the player discovered the power to overcome obstacles. A small step, but a profound realization.
Hello, my name's Steve.
He then discovered that he wasn't alone in this world.
Maybe there's more people like me around here.
Without thinking, his feet carried him to a tree as if his body knew what to do.
Now what do I do here?
His body moved instinctively, striking the tree a few times before it finally gave way. A simple action, yet profound. The discovery that this world could be broken and transformed. With nothing but his hands and a burning curiosity, he began to shape the land, creating his first tools and weapons. But as the moon began to rise, the world revealed its darker side. The player then discovers a familiar foe.
Not these guys again.
In the stillness of the night, creatures of the dark rise, hungry for the player's presence. But he stays strong, skillfully maneuvering around them to avoid their blows before digging into a wall to wait out the night. Survival was not guaranteed, but the player was resilient as the night passed. As the pale moonlight fades, the sun ascends, painting the sky with hues of orange and gold. The world awakens, and the terrors of the night meet their fiery demise, hissing and crackling in their final moments. Safe at last, the player emerges from their modest shelter, their heart still heavy with the echoes of survival. With each step, a new day promises both danger and discovery, a world reborn, waiting to be shaped. But as the days turned to nights, the cracks in this world began to show. Its balance was fragile, its beauty threatened by forces unknown. He knew then, this world wasn't just reborn, it was his to protect. And to protect it, he would need to reclaim it. By day, they mined deep, unearthing stone and iron. By dusk, the furnace roared, forging strength anew. And when night fell, they stood ready, facing the mobs head-on, each strike carving their place in the world. Once the player became more powerful, they decided to build not just for survival, but for a future, a place where others might someday come. They began shaping the world around them, turning the chaos of the wilderness into something structured, a base, a village, and a sanctuary waiting to be filled with life.
Huh? Who are you?
We are villagers, and have been wandering for so long, searching for a safe place to call home. Could we stay here?
Of course, follow me.
Steve welcomed the villagers into the village with open arms, guiding them to their new homes. For the first time, the quiet streets were filled with life, laughter, and the sounds of a growing community. But as the sun began to set, Steve realized that these new villagers wouldn't be able to defend themselves against the dangers of the night. Determined to protect them, he worked tirelessly, gathering iron and carving pumpkins to create powerful golems that would stand guard over the village. But even with the village thriving and guarded, the player could not shake the feeling that something was watching. The land seemed alive with whispers, the shadows stretching just a little too far, the silence broken by sounds they couldn't explain. And so, the player kept building, not just for protection, but for a purpose they didn't yet understand. Driven by an unshakable need, the player built monuments that told the story of their journey. Temples rising from the desert sands and statues hidden deep in jungle shadows. But with each creation, the world grew quieter, heavier, as though it was waiting for something that had been watching all along.